All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are taking a look at TTOO, NVOS, and Mullen. So look, TTOO, believe me, I know there were a lot of people expecting this thing to just keep on going and keep on going. I know there were a lot of people that started having like $5, $8. I saw some $20 dream posts out there. Look, I was really cautious the last few days, and I mean, you can literally see why, okay? So I'll really kind of just re-emphasize why I kept stressing caution, all right? And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm a believer that we're holding this, all right? So the 20 is really going to be the big story here, all right? So just my thoughts on that. Now look, this is what TTOO looks like really quickly. NVOS, again, it's not as extreme, but it's scaring me that it's doing this same little indicator here that might drop. Again, we'll get to that one a little bit later, but just a little foreshadowing there. And then Mullen. Listen, end of the day, it's kind of the same things I said on the last video, right? I really didn't think the letter from the CEO meant anything, and more than anything, man, Mullen needs to confirm. Like it's all about the moving averages with Mullen and almost nothing else, in my sincere opinion. All right, but before we do go any further and I give you more of my opinions and thoughts, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, please share this video online with your friends and everyone. Comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here, giving me your time, super appreciate it, all right? For real, if you can share it, I'm telling you, it's the best thing you can actually do because I suck at that, all right? But look, let's get into the technicals, all right? And I said this on the last video, I'm gonna say it one more time. Regardless of the stock, the gap fill line, the thing that goes from to wee, right? That gap fill down, this border, it's always a hard line to break, all right? I don't know why, but it is, okay? You can see what happens when it breaks it, but even here, it took 1, 2-ish to go, right? You can kind of say something, but regardless, just I was skeptical about that 62. I really was, and a lot of it was because of that simple gap fill border like comment right there, okay? From there, it really became all about my moving average rules, okay? I always say good things happen over the 8 and the 20, all right? And that's pretty much what we were riding, right? It would just go up, come back, go up, come back, go up. It then started to seem like it might not. All right, and really this day right here, when was this? Tuesday the 22nd. That was the loudest day for me where I started getting scared, all right? And there was a couple of reasons for that. First, it was the RSI. It was already red over green. We like green over red, right? So that scared me a little bit, in all honesty, all right? It started looking like the MACD was about to go under, right? I thought this was an early signal, and I anticipated this cut under. And then really the whole story I felt was volume, all right? Where much more green in that like 2-week window. Man, that next 2-week window was way more little red candles than green, right? So it definitely looks like the last, week and a half, you can say almost 2 weeks, right? Basically from this day onward, there was a lot of unloading. Not a lot of people kept their shares. Like, more people kept than sold, more people kept than sold. These two offset, again, rounding numbers. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that gave up on this stock, all right? And again, I always say it, when you're like at the 400 millions, right? 370, whatever, I'm rounding. When you're in the 400 millions and then all of a sudden you're under 100, like, you've thrown away 75% of your volume. Yeah, excuse me, you can't expect very many good up things to happen, all right? So a lot of it really was just volume going away and just bad technicals, okay? So where are we at now? Look, we're in a really important place right now, okay? excuse me, yesterday on Thursday, we actually physically go below the 20. All right. I always say you got to wait for confirmation. And today actually doesn't confirm it. Today gets us back over the 20. Okay. So in a lot of ways, it's actually doing what's a good, healthy technical thing, right? You can only bounce on the 8 so many times. You end up losing it. But then, hey, hopefully you bounce from the 8 back, bounce from the 20 back over. Because again, good things happen over both of these, bad things happen under these. And hey, we didn't slip under, okay? That said, oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you. A little bit of the real answer is because, yeah, I've been trading this. I've obviously been looking on my better ones. I finally renamed that other one. I don't know if I like the 1 and the 2, but yeah, I've been looking at my better stack of indicators, right? Like this is a pretty basic one right here. I'll be real honest with you, but we're deadly with it, right? So like, don't underestimate, simple. Like that's not an insult to this thing at all, right? That said, yeah, I don't think we're going to get over 50 cents, let alone 62. I'm seeing more things that tell me 50 is hard to break, which ultimately means to me we're not going to get over the 8 moving average. All right. There's a little bit of room. There's a little bit of room from basically 40 to 50, right? You're adding 10 cents to there. That is actually a 25% move up, right? So if you want to make that play, that's obviously a thing you can do. I don't know if this 8 breaks. I don't, all right? We often see an attempted bounce that doesn't work. I think that's what I'm feeling here. And again, it's less of what look, if this isn't good, it's definitely positive, so it could be worse. But yeah, it looks like the green wants to keep going down while the red is staying. Some can argue the green line's kind of like trying to recover. Hey, look, I still see the red line over the green line, right? So it's not like today did anything that special, right? And today volume was good. Yeah, we got a green day, but we couldn't even break the 50 average day. Like none of these down here are really telling me, hey, Monday's the day. You know what I mean? So what are you doing after hours? Oh, you're going down a little bit. Oh my gosh, I also just realized we did close under. You see, look at this. Sometimes even I forget. The green day fooled me. I thought we closed up here. No, no, no. We open at 39 up here, but we actually closed down here at 37. Damn, that's almost a double dude, I'm telling you, I don't think we're holding the 20. I think what's happening is we're coming down here. Maybe 27 will hold. I do have this line here. I hope it's something. Yeah, it's something from right here at least. Hopefully 27 holds. But yeah, there's really more reason to think we're going to come all the way down to look at that. The 100's at 23. Like that's a crazy nasty drop if it falls even to just the 30 number. If it drops to 30, you're losing more than 20%. TTOO scares me. I will be blunt with you all. I have zero money in this stock. And truth be told, I don't even know if I would buy any at 50. I think I would actually probably wait for 62. But truth be told, the only time I would actually start even considering it is around 50. I guess I'll set a 51 alert I'll even do 52. Let's go up a little higher. Just to like give myself a, hey, let's get ready to take a look at it. But yeah, I know I have a 62, 63 cent alert. It's all about that number right now. But again, I think there are more scary things here than good things. And man, this is not a great weekly anymore, right? It was a break the 8, go to the 20, confirm the 20, go to this. But now what it makes me seem like is, okay, I think we're going to come back down, maybe bounce on the 8 and then go up again. That's kind of the best I can really hope for. Because again, just don't forget what history is. We've been well below the 8 and the 20 for a long time. Okay, so this easily can even be just a single big up and a fake down hard. I'm hoping optimistically that it's just at least we're going to bounce it and keep going. All right, but weekly going into it, like last week, I thought we were going to come into the ones, right? I'm not pretending I never said that, right? I'm for sure saying I said that. All that's happened is I'm now reacting to the fact, like today's Friday, this week is closed, right? This is a finished candle. Right now, again, this is also kind of telling me we're going down, right? So that's no longer as juicy as it was, still in the negative. Is what it is. Again, let me know if you disagree, right? Oh man, I didn't even talk about the Discord. 1 second, I gotta pause this, sorry. Cool. And again, if you haven't already, check out the Discord group. Everything is free. Look at all the conversations that are happening since I've been here. Nice. Look at people. his kid looked good. Unfortunately, he doesn't look good, so it makes sense that his wife is beautiful. That makes for sure sense. All right, beautiful. But man, look at look at everybody. Damn, this was a good one. Damn, we've built a little family here. You gotta. The YouTube's already a beautiful family, right? So you gotta know that the Discord is too. But yeah, check it out. Everything's obviously free. You know all the stuff I do is free. All right, let's move into NVOS. So look. NVOS. I think I started the video with it, and I'm going to say it again. One thing that I didn't actually say it bluntly on TTOO, but you guys get the extra little thing by listening to it. One thing that always bothers me is a doji at an important place, and it's an ugly doji. All right, that red doji right on the 8 moving average, that actually scared me a lot, and it came down. All right, NVOS is doing the exact same thing. That's a scary doji right there, and man, it makes me believe that we're probably going to come down to 15. And look, this 200 line has been no joke. There is an actual reality of it slipping 15 and coming all the way down to 13 right here. Look, I don't want to say impossible because nothing's impossible. It should be a very, 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 very difficult thing to lose these 3 lines, okay? That said, look, it should be really hard to lose the 200, but not that very, very exaggerated very thing I did down. Like, like, we got over it, we failed, we got over it. It seems like we haven't done 2 consecutive good days on NVOS over this 200 moving average. Look, I'll be honest, I got a little lucky just because I covered it today. Let's look at Affirm real quick, excuse me. Affirm did a real interesting thing, so it's from right here. It tried to break the 2, couldn't. Got over the 2, couldn't. Got over the 2, couldn't. Trying to get, it's literally been a full like 3 peak attempt as well as a near oh no, oh my gosh, right? So like, dude, you can't just imagine that this is the one that for sure has broken it. We're going to for sure, like, there is a very, very real chance that this thing drops to 13. And again, I know I'm only talking about 4 cents, but if like this, I'll be honest with you, this was a really big holding for me. This actually took over TTOO for me because I saw a real nice climb. I was ready for this thing to break 23. We were going to go up. You know, a real big comment, and I can't see it here. So look, here's basically what we talked about on the Discord, and I did want to do this live. I had my line at 23 cents. Someone said 20 was the harder line, and I'll be honest with you, I think 20 was the harder line. I think 23 is a little bit safer of a line to like leave, maybe just to like, hey, don't, you know, I don't know, but yeah, I think the real prove it is maybe 20, not 23. My issue is, as you start to get near that 23, 24, that in a lot of ways seems like it's proved it, and it makes that drop fall, right? So, sorry, that fall a little bit harder, but let me, I'm going to keep it, as I just kind of said all those words, I'm going to keep that original 23 I had. I think at least talking about and stressing that 20 cents was well worth it here, actually. But, yeah. I really think the focus is here. My immediate question is, will the 200 hold it and bounce? Or, you know, from there, are we simply coming down here, right? Where's 50% of this? It's actually basically where the 200 is. Maybe that 15 will be strong enough. All right. And in some ways, it is actually only a 10% drop. So maybe I'm just like over freaking out about this 200. Because like I said, I've pretty much unloaded most of my shares. If this thing was to fall down here, I won't be as sad as I would have been otherwise. Right. But yeah, if it only falls down here, again, no one wants to lose 10%. Believe me, I don't want to like undermine a 10% drop. But yeah, maybe I'll be like, I think I'm more worried that this TTOO doji down to here is what NVOS is going to do. And I don't know why, man, I don't believe in this 200 just yet. I don't. Because just look at this thing. Like, this is all BS trading, right? I know we kind of talked about it. Let me just zoom in for anyone that's new. Like, there are literal like no day candles here. Like this is complete BS, complete BS, complete BS. I know we're over the 200, but like look, like let's look at this day. How many 100 shares were traded? The volume on the day, like this is all BS right here. All this is BS, all this is BS, all this is BS, all this is BS. You can still see the little dots here, right? Like it doesn't actually become a real stock till kind of right here. And you can see all those little dots are gone. And yeah, we've basically been, I'm gonna now zoom out, right? Like we've been under this thing for most of the whole life, let alone ever since the more real trading happened over here. So I hope that makes sense for you, right? But yeah, I don't think I believe in the 200. I think, and again, you know me if you've been watching, I'm a little more risk averse, right? Especially now. I don't believe in the markets. I know it's not the 2019, 2018 early days, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's smart to be cautious, right? I don't think it's like, there's a bad word to use, right? But I'm not going to say it. So, yeah, NVOS. Again, I think 2023 is a really, really interesting battle. From there, obviously, 29, 30, 31 is the real money line. And I said it on TTOO. I'm going to say it again. These gap fill borders, that's the word I use, right? Like this is the border between down here and up here, right? These are harder to break than you would believe. I don't know why they are, but they just are. When they break, right? And it's a beautiful thing. But like, yeah, we might have to hit it, come down, then it goes, right? Like it really annoys me. And sometimes I miss it because I'm looking at it too early and I miss the run, right? But just I'm giving a little 29 hesitation earlier than I probably should since we're only at 17, right? But just a back pocket thing to keep. But yeah, overall, man, this daily, like I said, I think more things are saying 15 is real logical. There's a good chance at 13 though. And hey, maybe this is just the bottom of the wick thing that you can scoop up some nice shares. I really, really doubt we're going to come all the way back to this trend line. I do. I think it's going to be really, really, really hard to lose those three. So where's the weekly at? Let's just look at the weekly. Okay, we have now wicked that 50 moving average twice. That's a little interesting, actually. Do I have any immediate thoughts on that? No, I think I'm just saying that's pretty interesting is more than enough, right? But yeah, again, we're over the 8 and the 20. We're still actually over the 8 and the 20. It's an interesting weekly. I'll at least say that much. And again, I think I'm glad I left 23 because that is where the 50 is living at. Even if it comes down tomorrow and it comes down like Monday, excuse me. Like I think 23 is an important one for sure. So yeah, NVOS. Like I said, I think I'm more immediately scared than anything. But look, good things happen over the 8 and the 20. This thing can actually drop all the way down to this 13 cent and still be bullish. All right. So like, remember, as bad as it is underneath, like it just goes under, can't get over, goes under, can't get over, goes under, can't, like the opposite becomes the truth here, right? And like, hopefully you never go any lower than the 20 and hopefully you always bounce back up and go back over the 8, right? So again, immediate worry. Overall, I'm hoping it rebounds. And look, volume's been this. We need volume to do this for price to do that, right? Like, that's just a simple fact. So one more time, check out the Discord group. We're all a big family here. Everyone's super nice still. It's crazy, actually. So that was NVOS. Let's look at Mullen. Okay, Mullen. Listen to, oh my God, I swear I didn't know that there was a doji on the line. That was the theme across these three. So look, just in case you fast forwarded, look, TTOO had a doji, that's the name of that candle right there, right on the 8 moving average, all right? That ended up making it go down here, okay? NVOS has a doji on the 8 as of today. That makes me believe it's going to want to come to one of those two, all right? Mullen. What did Mullen do? Mullen put an 8. Basically, it was under it. It obviously wasn't on it, right? But that's close enough for me to say on it, okay? It basically dropped under it, right? And at this point, I got nothing more to believe than to say that this is coming down to 60. If 60 doesn't hold, this is for sure going to come down to 44. If 44 doesn't hold, we're going all the way down. There's actually not, and I can draw those lines. I actually think those are worthy lines right there. Yeah, I think that's about half. Yeah, 60. And it's actually about the top of that. I like that. And then again, like I said, just the bottom of that is what we're going to draw, right? But I think more things are saying 44 than they are $1.11. All right. From there, again, it's still all about the 20. All right. Even if we can manage to get over the 8-man, it is about the 20. Now, again, it depends on the kind of trader you are. If you have your finger on the mouse all day or not, or, you know, whatever timing looks like. But hey, if you can go from the 71 8 moving average all the way up to like 90 something where the 20 is, that's a decent percentage. That's a little more than a 20% swing, right? Because 14 cents is about 20 on a 70, right? So that's not too bad right there in all honesty. But yeah, I mean, it's just, as you look at this, right, it's just so much screams, get over this orange line before you even touch it. And now that the red line, because there's always been a really good little distance, right, between the red and the orange, the closer it gets, the even harder it gets to get over that, because now you're making that little, like, the wall is now twice as thick, right? Like, you can't jump over it anymore, you can't break through it over anymore, right? So yeah, it's, again, under the 8, sorry to zoom in and out so much, but all we've been doing on this stock is going under the 8 moving average, occasionally going up and going back down, occasionally going up, going back down. You know what I mean? So you can't let like, dude, these are just 4 letters. That's the one thing I keep saying, right? Like, don't buy into the hype. Let these computer generated lines, you know, like, these are, like, I don't know the math behind these. I'm not here to pretend I even care about the math, right? I just know if you're under it, that ain't good. If you're over it, that's all right. You know what I mean? So a couple other factors, obviously, but we're having fun here. So look, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Of course, these are just mine, but hey, I appreciate your time. You know that. Thank you. Thank you.